guys, it's Phantom, and I'm doing a new video. I haven't been uploading recently that much, especially on the show. But I'm going to be ranking the show's finest cards. These are the best cards that aren't immortals. I think that most of them are better than some of the correct. So let's see. Who do you think's number one? Comment down below. Who do you think's the worst, in your opinion? And tell me if you have any of them. And yeah. First up, for the worst finest card I have is JT Real Muto. 107, 66 contact, 85, 57 power, 77 vision, 84 arm, 76 speed, fastest catcher in the game. His righty sets are really good, but his lefty sets are really poor, and I just really couldn't find anyone. I'd rather use someone like Gary Sanchez or anyone that has more power. I feel like if you want to put him on your bench, that's fine, just for the speed and as a defensive replacement, but for most people, he won't be in starting lineup, so that's why I have him. Some people probably think that there are some cards that are worse than him. He was between him and another player, and let's see who's next. Second worst, I got Lorenzo Cain. It was between him or Yamamoto for the worst, but Lorenzo Cain with the speed, outfielder, amazing contact, only 50 power versus righties, but 84 power and 84 vision, and 84 speed, 86 ceiling. So a good bench bat versus lefties and good pinch runner, which I put him above Real Muto because he can play everywhere in the outfield, and Muto can only play catcher. And he's really good versus lefties, which is better because Real Muto's only good versus righties, and he bats righties, so it's kind of awkward if you're not good righty. And Real Muto doesn't have the best stealing set, but Lorenzo Cain does, which I think edges him out to be better than Real Muto. Next up, we got Aaron Nola, the worst starting pitcher out of the finest. And starting pitchers usually are low on this list just because they're not guaranteed. And 86 hits in case per 9, 95 stamina isn't that high. Clutch is really good, 81 velo with 96 break. But he doesn't really have that much difference, only 9 miles per hour difference from the fastball and changeup, which, if you didn't know, really isn't that much of a difference, really. And he does have a sinker, though, which does make him better, but I think he's the worst starting pitcher and the third worst finest card. Next up, we got Freddie Freeman, finest. I really wanted a Freddie Freeman finest card, but they just ruined the stats. 106, 117 contact, amazing, 67, 97 power, 78 vision, good fielding for a first baseman. Can also play third base. Like, I understand that he probably had better power versus lefties, but I feel like he had better power versus righties than 67. If he was like 75 to 80, card would be like a 95 would be one of the better cards, but since he has such low versus a righty and he is our lefty batter, you won't really be able to pull the ball for home runs off the opposite field, because lefties, they'll be throwing outside sliders and stuff, and you'll have to hit opposite field, so hopefully it's credit opposite field power, but it's kind of useless versus right. It's kind of disappointing, but that's where Freddie Freeman is. On to the next one. This one might be a shocker to you guys, but I have Blake Snell. 89 stamina, 113, 102 hits case per 9, 116 clutch, 87 below 97 break. Once again, only a 10 mile per hour difference between fastball and changeup. He is a lefty though, and if you don't know, most immortals do better versus lefties, and I feel like more people have the original, the newer immortals. They're all better versus righties, but barely better. So I feel like I'd rather have a righty instead of Blake Snell, but he is better than some other starting pitcher in the finest program. So I have him here, and let's see who's next. Next I have Trevor Bauer, finest. 95 stamina, 94 and 100 hits in case per 9, 80 velo, 93 break. He does have a changeup actually, but it's only 8 miles per hour difference. But the reason I did it is because he has 12.6. He has a slider and cutter. If you don't know cutters, you don't really want to throw a slider. You really want a slider and cutter. Because for sliders you throw versus righties, and you throw cutters versus lefties. Because for sliders, if you throw a slider versus a lefty, you just break right into their bat, and they hit a home run. But cutters break differently than sliders and are faster, so it's harder to barrel up in this game. So you get lots of pop-ups and groundouts with a cutter, which is why I think he's better than Blake Snell and the other finest pitchers below him. So yeah, Trevor Bauer. Another starting pitcher is Max Scherzer. You already know that this card has amazing stats. 104, 105 hits in case per 9, 77 velo, 99 break. His pitch differential is 12, which is pretty good. Amazing pitch selection. But the one thing is that he is below deGrom, the other starting pitchers. If you didn't, Scherzer just is easy to hit, and that'll be the show. If he was just like in real life, I feel like this card would be better than deGrom, but people just, for some reason, can just hit Scherzer so easily. Which is why I have him ranked below Jacob deGrom. Speaking of Jacob deGrom, here he is. 106, 97 hits in case per 9, 97 velo, 97 break. Pitch differential is only 9, but his 2-seam, 4-seam fastball, 4-seam could probably go up to 99, maybe even 100. Slider, changeup, and curveball have lots of movement, and the 2-seam does. Very good pitch to throw versus lefties. And deGrom is harder to hit, and controls better than Scherzer. Scherzer is not really good at controlling in this game. Has a harder windup time than deGrom, which I just why deGrom barely edges out Scherzer for the better finest card. With our first closing pitcher, we have Edwin Diaz. 121, 125 hits in case for 9, 94 velo, 99 break. Only 3 pitches, but if you were to choose 3 pitches, I would choose these 3. 4-seam, slider, and changeup. 10 mile per hour difference. Fastball can get up to 100, 101 even. Edwin Diaz is one of those cards that's really hard to control too. But if you have his windup down, he's going to be one of the best closers in the game. Next up, we have Josh Hader, 125, 125 hits in case for 36 stamina, which is he has a long arm, which is why he's above Edwin Diaz. And he's the only pitcher in the game with 125, 125, 83 velo, 99 break. Once again, only 4-seam, slider, changeup. But once again, it's 10 mile per hour difference between the 4-seam and changeup. But his pitches break a lot, and it is a lefty, so if you're facing someone that destroys righties and you just put this lefty in, put Josh Hader in, people can hit Hader good, but people can hit the live series Hader, but it's going to be way different from the live series to this finest Josh Hader. So this is why, I think Josh Hader is better than Edwin Diaz. Next up is Blake Treinen. He has 31 stamina, so that's better than Edwin Diaz's 25. He has 118, 106 hits in case per 9, 99 velo, 93 break. Do you see how fast he throws? He doesn't have a changeup or a curveball. He has a sinker, slider, 4-seam, cutter, and 2-seam. He's one of the hardest throwing pitchers he is the hardest throwing pitcher in the game. Not like he throws the fastest or anything, but 4 of his 5, all his pitches are above 90, which is just insane. The sinker can get up to 98, unhittable at this point. Slider has lots of movement, cutter has lots of movement, 2-seam has lots of movement, 4-seam will catch it better off balance after you throw some sliders and 2-seams. So I think he is the best closer for finesse, and he is one of the best closers in the game. Up next, I have this Christian Yelich. 112, 120 contact, 103, 90 power, 70 vision, fielding is very good with good speed and stealing. Can't play every position in outfield. I have this below the other cards just because Christian Yelich in this game, something with his swing is just that he isn't the best. And for some reason in the game, like his stats are better than some of the other cards below him. I mean above him. But I just feel that the other cards play better than their stats, and he doesn't. This card is really good. I would consider if you have the stubs to pick him up, but I just feel that he isn't one of the top tier ones. He is top tier, but not like the upper elite tier finest cards. Up next, what might be a shock to you might be probably, in my opinion, one of the best, top 3, top 2. 111, 123 contact, 89, 101 power, 86 vision. Really good fielding, really good speed and steal. But he is only 5'9", and his stance is weird for his height. Like Yogi Berra's, he's really short. I think he's 5'7", but his stance is small and compact. His is too, but I just feel that he does something like it's different than what a person that's 5'9" would do, and this card is really good. This card is actually really good, though. I actually have this card. I will have a ranked season debut tomorrow, the day after this video comes out. I pulled him after doing my monthly for my guaranteed finance. I pulled him, and I really like him. As the swing, like even though the swing is different, I've never used a Mookie card before. It's still, stats are so good that it doesn't really affect how this card plays. Still one of the best finest cards. Now his teammate, JD Martinez, 104, 125 contact, 116, 113 power, 66 vision. People probably think this is one of the best cards, but to come down that his outfielder isn't the fastest and the best fielder, has a good arm, has the power and contact you need, low vision though. And if you don't know what vision does, it affects your PCI, and if you're early or late on a pitch, you'll most likely swing and miss with this JD Martinez, which is different from most of the other finest cards. They have really good vision. He has higher than a person above him, but I just feel that there's something special about that card. That's him. He has a really good swing. His last series is glitch. Really, I would really suggest to pick up this card if you have the subs. Or if you pull him, put him in your lineup, they'll put him on the bench. It's better than some immortals, in my opinion, in the outfield. So if you have him or can't get him, pick him up, put him in your team. You don't like him, sell him, and he'll do great things for your team. But I just don't think he's the best, or one of the. He is one of the best, but I don't think he is the best finest card. Getting to the top 3, Javier Raez. 95, 103 contact, 92, 103 power, 60 vision, fielding 88, 91, 83, 87, 81 speed, 75 fielding. In fact, wow, this card's really good. Then you look at the secondaries. He can play every position except catcher. He can play pitcher, but I just wouldn't suggest putting him there. And I feel like if he didn't have the secondaries, he would be below. But the secondaries really catch my eye, and if you don't, and it's really nice to have a utility person with this good hitting stats too, and fielding. You can put him anywhere and you won't have any problems with him. And that's why I have Javier Raez here. On to the next one. I want the second best one in my opinion, Jose Ramirez. 91, 83 contact, 111, 88 power, 94 vision, 75 fielding, 68 speed, 91 stealing. You're probably like, he isn't the best fielder. He definitely isn't the best hitter out of the finest. How is he the second best? He has he can play third, first, second, short, and left field. And you're still like, and Diaz can play everywhere. And has better stats in my opinion. Well, not in my opinion, I think Ramirez is better. Jose Ramirez is a switch hitter. And he has a 111 power versus righties, which is the highest for any third baseman in the game, which really stands out. And switch hitter, as I said, he's 5'9", like Mookie Betts, but his swing is easier than Mookie Betts, and That's why I have him as second best finest, and you already know who's number one. Francisco Lindor. Your guys probably don't agree with me, which is fine. 80, 122 contact, L100, 95 power, 87 vision, 95 fielding, 76 arm strength, 73 speed, 78 ceiling, play short, second, and third. He is switch hitter also, but his swing is so glitchy. I've seen it lots of gameplays with this card and his live series. It's glitchy. I've used his live series before. Really good card, and I believe that he is the best. So if you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me. It's my opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion. I don't really care. Put your list in the comments if you want, and I'll read all the comments. And yeah, this is the best finest card in my opinion, and I'm really excited to see what you guys think. And it's been Phantom, and I'm out.